Splitgate 2 is here, and look, I'm going to be real with you. I'm not that good at it, but for some reason, I'm still having fun. Now, before you roast me in the comment section, yeah, I know this game isn't for everyone, and apparently, it's not for a lot of people, because Splitgate 2 has already lost over 80% of its players on Steam. That's insane. When Splitgate 2 first launched in early June, it peaked at around 25,000 players on Steam. Fast forward a month later, a little over a month later, it dropped to just over 2,000 average players. That's more of an 84% decline. That's not good, no bueno. Some say a big chunk of that came from the controversy at Summer Games Fest when the CEO wore a hat that said "Make FPS great again," and that sparked backlash from both sides. The team later apologized, but the damage was done. First-person shooters do need to become fun again, so I kinda agree with him. On top of that, there were layoffs, performance issues on console, and a bunch of players felt like the gameplay didn't live up to expectations. And a huge chunk of gamers are on console. Can't overlook PS5 and Xbox players. With Splitgate 2, here's the thing. Its identity is Portal. That's what makes it different. But in Splitgate 2, for some reason, sometimes they feel more like a liability than an advantage. And I will agree, this is a skill issue. Using portals in-game takes some real skill. If you play against a team that's good with portals, you are absolutely going to get ran off the map, and it's not going to be fun at all. My first few games for the day are an absolute brain overload. This is not just a turn your brain off and vibe kind of game like COD, even with skill-based matchmaking is, or even some Halo game mode. You must be on your A game constantly, or you're going to get destroyed in this game. And if you're like me, kind of average at FPS game, I have around a 2.13 KD ratio on Black Ops 6, even though that's with camo grinding and skill-based matchmaking, but that's not anything special. I'm not crazy talented at first-person shooters. You're going to get cooked, especially by Portal God, who've mastered the mechanics. It's gonna feel like they're playing a totally different game. A lot of times, I'm out shooting players and still losing gunfights because of this. I can tell my aim is better than theirs, but they're decent with portals, so they're going to run circles around me. I know it's this game's identity, but maybe they should try a limited time no portal game mode just to see how it plays. Let casual players have fun and run around and just shoot things and just scratch that first person shooter itch. That could bring a small loyal player base to stick around. I just really want to see this game grow and succeed. If games like Splitgate 2, the new Battlefield that's coming out, if games like that don't succeed and compete with COD, we're just going to keep getting the same yearly slop we see from Call of Duty. All FPS gamers need games like this to succeed. But here's where I will give props. The gunplay is smooth. The movement is crisp. The maps are colorful, clean, well designed. They're not copy and paste AI slop like we see in other titles. We know what those titles are. You can feel the dev team actually put some love into the level design. Kind of like X-Defiant. It might not be perfect, but it feels like they really care. Now, I will be honest. I don't have 100 hours into this game. This is not a game where I can sit down and play for 3, 4, 5 hours at a time like I used to with pre-Warzone Call of Duty or even X-Defiant before it shut down. But when I do boot up, I genuinely enjoy it. The skill ceiling is high. I'm nowhere near it, but every match feels like I'm learning. Even though I'm dying a lot, I am learning. And these games are surprisingly competitive. There's been many times where I've had to clutch a defuse or a capture to win the game. Plus the recent camo grind they added was a genius move. It probably should have been in the game from the beginning, but gives players like me something to work towards. Players who don't spend 3, 4, 5 hours on the game at a time, it gives us something to grind for. It gives us a reason to play for longer. Before these weapon challenges came out, I had 2 guns maxed out and I didn't really feel any need to experiment with any other weapon. And if I could give any feedback, I would push even harder on the grind. Give us faction skins kind of like Black Ops 3 had specialist hero camos, those golden specialist outfits. Those were a pure flex. It proved you put time and effort into learning that specific specialist. They could do the same thing with faction. That's the kind of grind that keeps people coming back and playing longer. I will say Splitgate 2 is weird. It's like part arena shooter, hero shooter, arcade shooter, somehow, but not fully any one of them. It's in an awkward spot, but that doesn't mean it's bad. I don't think it should have lost over 84% of its player base. I genuinely don't know how this happened. As I look now, it's averaging around 2.3 to 2.9 thousand players on average. I'm not gonna say this is the best game. Again, I haven't put 100 hours into it like some players have. So maybe my opinion can't be taken too seriously, but the foundation is there. The movement is fun, the core gameplay is fun. They're giving us things to grind for now, and the devs are going to keep polishing it, working on the ranked mode, working on maps. I really think it could have a comeback. What do you think? Is Splitgate 2 a tactical gem or another FPS that just missed the mark? Let me know in the comment section down below. Drop a like if you ever played a game you sucked at but loved anyway, and please enjoy the rest of the gameplay.
Triple kill. Double kill. Avenger victorious.
Great win! Oh. Your opponent is going for a capture.
Zone contested. Guardian Angel. Zone contested.
Your opponent is going for a capture.
Zone is hot.
Heads up, airdrop on the way. Opponent is going for a capture. Oh, well done.
Avenger.
Enemy is going for a capture. Teammate is going for a cap. Might need an assist. His teammate is going for a cap. Might need an assist.
Double kill. Double kill. Avenger. On fire. Close call. Payback. Payback. 5 points to go.
Nearing score threshold. Keep it up.
Double kill. 3 kills to go.
Nice work.
Close. Payback. Double kill. Power weapon inbound.
Halfway there.
New power weapon in the arena. On fire. Payback. Double kill. Power weapon inbound.
Kill.
Payback. 5 minutes remaining. Victory.